Hi guys, today we will be learning how to create a stem and leaf plot given a set of data. We will be able to describe the center and spread of the data distribution in a stem and leaf plot. A stem and leaf plot is a display that organizes data to show its center and spread. In a stem and leaf plot, each data value is split into a stem and a leaf. The leaf is usually the last digit of the number, and the other digits to the left of the leaf form the stem. The number 123 would be split as a stem of 12 and a leaf of 3. The leaf is the digit in the place farthest to the right in the number, and the stem is the digit or digits in the number that remain when the leaf is dropped. To show a single digit number, such as 9, using a stem and leaf plot, we would use a stem of 0 and a leaf of 9. We will follow 3 steps when creating a stem and leaf graph. We will use the data set of math test scores out of 50 points to create a stem and leaf graph. Our first step is to write the data in numerical order to help organize the data. Since the data values in this example are already in order from least to greatest, we do not have to do this step. Step number 2 is to separate each number into a stem and a leaf. Since these are 2-digit numbers, the tens digit will be the stem and the ones digit will be the leaf. So the number 38 would be represented as 3 for the stem and 8 for the leaf. Our third step is to group the numbers with the same stems. We will list the stems in numerical order, and we will also need to title our stem and leaf graph. The title of our stem and leaf graph will be Math Test Scores out of 50 points. My stems will be 3, 4, and 5. Since my test scores start in the 30s and end at 50. I see my first 3 data values are 35, 36, and 38. So my 3 leaves would be 5, 6, and 8 for my stem of 3. Then for my stem of 4, I see 40, 42, 42, 44, 45, 45, 47, 48, and 49. So I will start with a 0 for 40 for my leaf, a 2, another 2, 4 for 44, a leaf of 5 for 45, another 5 for 45, a leaf of 7 for 47, a leaf of 8 for 48, and a leaf of 9 for 49. Last, I have 3 test scores at 50, so I will have 3 zeros for my leaves to represent those 3 50s. We can find outliers in a stem and leaf graph. Outliers are data values that lie outside the other data values. These are far away from the main group of data. In the stem and leaf graph on the left, the data value 95 is far away from the main group of data. So 95 is an outlier for this stem and leaf graph. For this example, we will create a stem and leaf graph for the data and then find the mean, median, mode, and range. It says a teacher asked 10 of her students how many books they had read in the last 12 months. Their answers were as follows. First, we would want to reorder the data from least to greatest. We can start with the smallest data value, 6, and cross it off. Then 7, 10, 12, 12, 15, 19, 21, 23, and 25. Next, we can set up our stem and leaf graph by drawing a vertical line. We can write stem on the left and leaf on the right. My stems for this set of data will be 0, 1, and 2. My data values start in the single digits, go to the teens, and end in the 20s. My leaf for my stem of 0 will be 6 and 7. Then my leaves for my stem of 1 would be 0 for 10, 2 for 12, another 2 for 12, a 5 for 15, and a 9 for 19. My leaves for my stem of 2 would be 1 for 21, 3 for 23, and 5 for 25. Now that we've created our stem and leaf graph, we can find the mean, median, mode, and range for this set of data values. To find the mean, we will add up all of the numbers together and then divide by the amount of numbers that there are. 6 plus 7 is 13, plus 10 is 23, plus 12 is 35. Twelve plus 15 is 27. 23 plus 25 is 48. 48 plus 21 is 69. And then we can also add 19. So we can add 35 plus 27 plus 19 plus 69 to get our sum for our set of data values. 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 9 is 21, plus 9 is 30. Carry our 3. 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 2 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus the 3 we carried is 15. So the sum of our data values is 150, and then there are 10 data values in this data set. So we will divide by 10 to find the mean. Since both of my numbers end in 0, I can cross off a 0 from 10 and a 0 from 150, and 1 can go into 15 times. So our mean for this stem and leaf graph would be 15. To find the median, we can cross off one number from both ends until we reach the number in the middle. You can cross off the 6 and the 5, the 7 and the 3, the 1 and the 0, the 9 and the 2, and then we're left with 12 and 15 in the middle. We can add together 12 plus 15, and we can divide by 2 to find the median. 12 plus 15 is 27. 27 divided by 2 is 13 and 5/10. To find the mode, we will look for the data value that occurs the most often in our data set. 12 occurs 2 times, which is the most of any data value. So 12 would be the mode for this stem and leaf graph. To find the range, we can subtract the smallest data value from the largest data value. 25 is our largest data value and 6 is our smallest data value. 25 minus 6 is 19, so our range for this stem and leaf graph is 19. In our last example, we will create a stem and leaf graph, we will look for any outliers, and we will find the median, mode, and range of our data values. Our example says the results of 23 students' math tests with the best possible score of 70 are recorded below. First, we will want to order our data values from least to greatest. I will look for my smallest data value, 4, and cross it off. Then 23, 24, 31, 32, 35, 40, 45, 48, 49, 50, 50, 51, 54, 55, 55, 56, 57, 60, 61, 62, 63, 65, and 67. Now that our data values are in order from least to greatest, we can create a stem and leaf graph. We can draw a vertical line with stem on the left and leaf on the right. Our stems will be 0 through 6. My leaf for 0 will be 4. We don't have any leaves for our stem of 1, but our stem of 2 will have 2 leaves, 3 for 23 and 4 for 24. For our stem of 3, we will have the leaves of 1 for 31, 2 for 32, and 5 for 35. For our stem of 4, we will have leaves of 0 for 40, 5 for 45, 8 for 48, and 9 for 49. For our stem of 5, we will have leaves of 0 for 50, another 0 for 50, a 1 for 51, a 4 for 54, a 5 for 55, another 5 for 55, a 6 for 56, and a 7 for 57. For our stem of 6, we will have leaves of 0 for 60, 2 for 62, 3 for 63, 5 for 65, and 7 for 67. Now that we have created our stem and leaf graph, we will first look to see if there are any outliers in our set of data. Our data value of 4 would be an outlier because it is separated and far away from the main set of data. Next, we will find the median, mode, and range for our stem and leaf graph. We can find the median by crossing out values from both ends until we reach the value in the middle. We can cross out our 4 and our 7, 3, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 2, 0, 5, 7, 0, 6, 5, 5, 8, 5, 9, 4, 0, 1, and we're left with our data value in the middle, which is 50. So our median would be 50. To find the mode, we will look for the data value that occurs the most often in our stem and leaf graph. Both 50 and 55 occur twice in our stem and leaf graph, so both of those numbers would be the mode. To find the range, we will subtract the smallest value in our data set from our largest value in our data set. 67 minus 4 is 63, so our range would be 63. Now you will complete some independent practice on your own. Remember to ask for help if you have questions.